Hi everybody! Alright, so I'm here with a review and giveaway for you guys of some Sedona lace brushes. If you guys watch my videos, and probably almost every single, I'm pretty sure every single get ready with me tutorial, I'm always using Sedona lace, especially the Midnight Lace collection. It's a nice synthetic brush line and I just really enjoy them and I get a ton of use out of them. Okay, so let's get into the review and giveaway. So I will be, first I'm going to talk about the 7-piece Midnight Lace brush set. They are these little tiny synthetic, kind of like kabuki looking brushes. It's a 7-piece set. I will have the price listed right here. I use these all the time and I'm going to go over each one, and this is what you guys will be winning as well. So if you want to win this brush set, just leave a comment down below. Just one comment per person, and yeah. And all the rules and everything will be listed down below. So these brushes here are amazing. They're synthetic. They are the Midnight Lace, so they do have like the pink barrel. They do have the pink bristles that fade up into a brown, black handles, and silver barrels. So I'm just going to go and show you each brush, tell you what I use them for, yada yada. I'm going to start with the most used brush out of this set for me. This is the 217, and it's just a big dome blending brush. You could use this for eyeshadow. It's a little bit big for my eye. So I love this to set my under eye concealer, and I use this every single day. And that's exactly what I use it for, to set my under eye concealer. It'd also be really good to apply highlight because it's a nice size, and if you have larger eyes you could totally use this as a blending brush, but for me it's a little bit big. As you can see, it's almost the size of my eyeball, if not even bigger. So I absolutely love this, and I just use it every day to set my under eye concealer. It helps press the powder in and sweep it underneath just to keep my concealer from creasing, and it's super soft, very nice for the delicate eye area. So totally love this 217. It's my favorite out of the whole bunch. This next one is an angled top kabuki brush here, and this is the 773. This I've used for eyeshadow. I like to kind of stamp on my outer V and blend it out, and I also really like this for contouring, like if I want to contour my nose, kind of like a smaller area. That's really detailed and nice, and it's not too stiff, but it has enough movement in there to easily blend out a nose contour. So I think this is versatile. You could use it for a contour on your cheeks, but it's small, so it would take a while. But if you like really precise contour, then you could totally get use out of it. I've seen people use these brushes for their whole face, for foundation, contour, concealer, blush, you know, you name it. So it's versatile. You can use it for whatever you want. But for me, I love it for nose contour. And if I want to kind of stamp on an outer V and blend it out like really easy, because this is so big, it takes like no time at all. Alright, this next one I get a lot of use out of, and I like to use this to kind of stamp and place product, either foundation or concealer. This is the 872, and you can see it's just a round, flat top little kabuki brush, and I think it's just perfect if you have a blemish to really press in the concealer or foundation to really cover up a pimple, and that's what I use this for. Okay, next one in this set is the 618. This is just a flat top angled brush. So you can see it has that angled here, and it has that taperedness to it. Sorry, mine are all dirty. I use these. This I like as well. If I really, I like this for highlighting. Flat angled brush is just really good for highlighting. It fits nicely on the upper cheekbones to help just blend in a cheek highlight. This is kind of a flat angled brush. This works really good to place a brow bone highlight and blend it down into the crease. Alright, next one in the set is the 224, and this is just a little tiny tapered baby kabuki brush. It comes to a nice point like this, and what I love this for is to blend out concealer underneath the eye. If I'm not using my beauty blender, I'll reach for this for my concealer, because it's tapered and just kind of fits really nice underneath the eye, and it's a little bit stiff, so really you don't lose. And it's stiff and synthetic, so that way you're not going to waste any product and it's not going to soak up into the brush, but it just helps to blend out the under eye concealer. This next one is just kind of a paddle brush. I don't know. I would call it like a shader paddle brush. This is the 847. Looks like this. And what I get the most use out of this for is for brow highlight. Kind of reminds me of, I can't think of the name, but it kind of reminds me of a MAC brush that's kind of like a bigger flat shader brush. It just works really good to apply the brow bone highlight and blend down the crease. If you went a little too far up with your crease work, you can just pat this on there. It's just going to like work as an eraser to take away that harsh line. So I really like that for this. Last brush in this set, I honestly don't get a lot of use out of. It could be used for a number of things, but it's just one that I don't reach for often. This is the 312. And it's just a little dome round blending brush. It looks like a mini tiny contour brush. I mean, I guess you could use it for a contour. It's just really tiny and I don't got time for that, to be completely honest. It's a nice brush, I just haven't found the perfect use for it. So you could use this for multiple things. You can use it for an eyeshadow, contour, even maybe for like a pot concealer to get in there and blend it out underneath your eyes or on your face. I mean, whatever you want to use these brushes for, that's what you can do. Those are the 7-piece Midnight Lace brushes from Sedona Lace. So if you want to win those, just leave a comment down below, and all the rules will be down below. Then I have 4 other brushes I'm going to talk about real quick because they're new to the Sedona Lace Midnight Lace set. So they're all the synthetic brushes, and there are 4 of them. This first one is the flat top kabuki brush. This thing is so lovely. I love this so much. It's a flat top kabuki, and it's so incredibly soft. I adore this brush to pieces. I use this to, if I want to set my foundation with translucent powder or like a colored powder, I can just buff it in, or if I want to use mineral foundation, I can just buff it in. And I just love this for touching up. If I went a little too heavy on my blush, I could just easily buff it out. And it's so soft and lovely. It just feels nice on the skin, you know? So I love this flat top kabuki brush. I think it's totally awesome. If you're a powder foundation wearer, or if you just sometimes go a little heavy on your blush or bronzer and you just want to blend it out, this is awesome for that. Alright. Next brush, I've talked about this before and I featured it in one of my favorites. This is the 910. It's like a kabuki angled brush, but this one, rather than being so dense, has a little bit more give to it. So it's really soft, has a lot of give, and it's not too huge of a brush. I find this perfect for contouring. It just easily blends it out, nice and easy. I could just hold it this way with the angled going like this. It'll just easily contour for me without even having to try. I love this brush and I use it a lot. I like to use this a lot, especially like when I really want to bronze up my face and really make my face look a little bit more tan than it is. I love this. Last 2 brushes. This next one is the angled flat top kabuki brush, and this is the 520. So rather than just like a flat top like this, this has an angle to it. I will say this one is not quite as smooth as I would like it to be, and that could just be a difference. I'm sure each brush is a little bit different, but see how it doesn't just slide up, it just has a little bit of a dome here. But it's still really nice, and I don't find that it affects applying foundation, and that's what I like to use this for, with a liquid foundation, to just buff it into my face. Last brush is the 980, and this is kind of a flared out powder brush. It's nice and tapered here at the barrel and then just fluffs out, and it has a lot of give to it. It's a really soft, really movable brush. Really movable brush. This is so nice to just, as a finishing touch, to set your foundation. And this is also really nice. What I've been liking this for is for really pigmented blushes, because it has a lot of give and it's not so dense, and since it's tapered like that, it just picks up a nice little amount of powder blush right here on the tip, and I could just blend it in nice and easily, and that just makes for a really nice application, especially with very pigmented blushes. You know, it just grabs a little bit and disperses it nice and evenly. So love that. Okay, those are all the new brushes I was going to talk about. I don't know how long this video is. You guys know. You watch my videos, you see me put on makeup. I use Sedona lace brushes. I love them. You know, they're cruelty free, synthetic, no animal hair, no animal cruelty, and they're just a really good price. I feel like they are a lot more affordable than a lot of other brush brands, and I think they're just as good. So I totally suggest you guys check them out. If you want to win this 7-piece midnight lace set, leave a comment down below. And until my next video, heart you guys all. Bye everybody.